Hey guys, I'm Lisa Tedder with Tedder Bear Stamping, and as usual, I'm very happy to have you here. Those that come all the time, thank you so much. I really appreciate your support. And for those that are new here, be sure to check out my channel. I have hundreds of videos, and if I don't say so myself, I really liked what I've done in the past. Otherwise, I wouldn't have done them. So please subscribe so I know that you're enjoying this channel, and it really helps me out a lot. And so we're going to go ahead and get started. We're going to do 2 Avid cards using brand new product from the mini catalog. So let's get started. And hold on one second. There we go. Slide these down just a little. So we're going to be using the Link Together, which comes with dies, which I've got here, and I have some out. And it also comes with masks. Hey, Marilyn. Hey, Lola. So we're going to be using today, I like the masks, but I'm going to be using the 2nd and the 4th and the 5th. So you just layer them on top of each other, as you're going. If you want to make sure you line it up, you just put a little notch in your paper where this is, and then you can line it up. I just kind of eyeball it. So these 2 I'm not using today, but we'll see if I come up with something for later. And then the other one that I am using is Delightful Wishes. Now, I have been asked to share this with you guys today, making a card with this set. It is a lot of fun. It's got a lot of stamps and or dies, and I really am having fun with it. Okay, so we're going to start with the Link Together first, and I'll bring out my packet. Now I was getting together in my class the other day, and I realized that sometimes I go a little over the top on my layers, but seriously, guys, I like them. So I've got, let's put these all here. Okay. And hopefully I won't lose these. We're going to push them to the side, or they won't fall on the floor, hopefully, because I won't knock them off. I've already colored this ribbon once, and I'm going to do that again first so that I can have it dried before I need it. So we'll just turn this. I'm using the Fresh Freesia Dark blend, and I really, really wish that they would have, that Stampin' Up! Would have the Gorgeous Grape in the blends. That would just make my day. So I'm going to go ahead and do this again one more time, and then hopefully it will be dark enough to where you'll be able to see it on the card. All right. So we'll put that aside. And I'm going to bring in my smaller, I have 2 whites, one that is 3 3/4 by 5, and one that is 3 1/2 by 4 3/4. We're going to use the 3 1/2 by 4 3/4, and I'm going to line it up to where it is straight. And I'm a little challenged in this area, and I'm going to bring in my very first mask for it. And I'm just going to set it. Now, this is where I get in trouble. Not trouble, but I'm challenged, like I said. So I'm going to line it up so that the edge and the top edge are together. So hopefully that will make the rest straight. Then I'm going to come in with my Post-it removable labeling tape because it's so much fun to use, and it does a good job holding it, but it doesn't make anything stick. Like, you don't have to worry about it sticking to your cardstock. Okay. I don't have to do this to mask because I'm just going to have this, but I like to hold it down. Okay. So I am using, for the very first one, hey, Mary, I'm using Bubble Bath, which is such a pretty color. Let's put that there. Whoops, I just stuck my finger in the ink. Of course I did. And I'm going to just start. Now this is a light color, so I don't think that I have to worry so much about going off. Now this one I'm going to make a little darker than my sample because you could barely see it. We'll be making 2 cards today, so be sure to put down a comment if you're watching live so that I know, or that Pat knows, to put your name down for the drawing, and I will mail one of these to the 2 winners. And as I've been doing lately, I'm keeping one of each, so you guys have to make sure you're fast on the draw if your name gets drawn, if you have one that you totally prefer over the other. All right, so I'm going to move those aside. Let's go ahead and take off this, and I'm going to just stick it to the side for now because I'm going to use it again. And we'll remove that. Now you could have your card just have that on it and it would be gorgeous. But no, we have to try to line everything up again because that's what I want. All right, so let's see. I think I'm going to line it up at the bottom of the have these line up at the bottom. I could do it at the top, but I kind of like it like this. All right. Oh, look at me being good. When I was doing it on my own, I ended up having to redo it to get it straight. Okay, so now we're going to move on to Fresh Freesia. And this one's a little darker, so I am going to go off just a little bit. So hopefully we won't have any blotches. I do enjoy doing this, and you've seen me do other ones with masks. I just love it. All right, let's see how this one looks. And hopefully it's good. Take this off, keep it. That's good. It is a lot darker than the first one. All right, and then we're going to move this in, and it has to fit inside of each one of these, like in the center. Otherwise, it won't look quite right. So let me do that real quick. Oh, that's out of my card range there. Okay, just want to make sure I didn't squish it. Okay, wait. Okay, there we go. There we go. Sometimes it works. Okay, just getting it straight. Oh, I think I went too high. Hold on. And then I moved it when I pulled it off. Hold on. Okay, I think that's okay. It doesn't have to be absolutely perfect because I think it's going to be pretty no matter what, but I want to get as close as I can. All right, so now we're going to be using Gorgeous Grape. This one's really dark, but these are very small holes. So we're just going to see what I can do here and not have any, it shouldn't have blotches because they're really small. Hold on, there we go. I have a lot of stampers that like to stamp with me that love the purple. So that's why I picked this. Now you just rinse these off when you're done with water and let them aside, set them aside to dry. All right, let's reveal. You ready? Pretty. Okay. See how dirty this is? The other two aren't quite so bad. All right, so I'm going to put that aside just for a minute. The die that comes in this is a really cute oval, and I am going to do the fresh freesia, and see, I've got ink on my finger. Hold on. And I don't have my crafting pants on. Sorry, dropped it. So I'm not going to re-ink. I'm going to see how it does, but I just want to go around the edges. If I have to re-ink, I will. I just like to make it look a little bit dimensional. Okay, that's pretty good. And I die cut 2 leaves. I think I might, before I do these, because I want this to dry, because I'm going to show you a really cool thing that you can do that I used to do all the time, and now I don't do it as much. But I bet you once you see it, you're going to want to use it. Okay. Throw the tape away. All right. So let's move on to the inside so that I can let this dry a little bit more. And we're going to use the 3 3/4 by 5 white. Hey, Katie. Haven't seen you in a while. All right, so we're going to do So Happy for You in Gorgeous Grape because that's such a pretty color. Okay. Now it does dry a little bit lighter and you will be able to see the purple. But for now, that looks a little dark. And then we're going to come in with the 2 flowers that you die cut. And they come in a die. Let's see if I have that right here. Nope. They come in like where you can die cut them at the same time. So you don't have to run it through twice. Isn't that nice? So what you're going to do is make it to where these are together, but you wouldn't think it'd be difficult. Okay, I'm going to put a glue dot just so when I finally get it, it'll be good. Got to have those little things that will help you out. All right. Okay. You want the circles to meet and goodness, girls. There we go. Close enough. All right, and then I'm going to turn it over and add 1 dimensional on the back because it looks so pretty. And I know that this is on the inside, but dimensionals aren't hard, so it won't be a problem for mailing. So we're going to put that there. And then I'm using now, hold on, here it is. The purple adhesive back sequins. I'm pretty sure that these are for Celebration. So don't forget, we have a month left. So that will be really a good thing for you guys. If you're going to be already buying something, you might as well get something for free, right? And I have a link on the description here if you want to order from me, which I would really appreciate. But if not, if you're not in my area, I don't know what you can click those links or not, but that one had a little smudge on it. So we're going to go ahead and put this on. and put it on the inside of the base, which is the fresh freesia. Make sure your card's opening in the right direction before you put it on. How many times have you done that? I've done it quite a few. And I've been stamping over 23 years. Oh, inside. Inside. There we go. Okay, so this part is done. Now this should be all ready to go, but I want to emboss it because I really like it when it's shiny. So I'm going to bring out, hold on one second. I've got it. My embossing toolkit and Versamark. But you definitely want to pounce this, and I always say liberally. If you don't see the powder, that's not enough for me. I just like to see it because then I know it's there. Okay, we'll open both of these. I'm going to use Gorgeous Grape and Versamark. So we're going to do Enjoy. I got to find that right here. So this is a trick, is that you do it in Versamark first and then into your color. And then Versamark was the first down, so it should be on top when you're done. But you have to work quickly to get your clear on. It didn't quite cover. There we go. Then we have the brush. If you've got anything, like any stray pieces or embossing powder, you close these. I don't want to get it on there. What's cool about this embossing toolkit is it's got tweezers too. So I'm going to go ahead and heat set it, and we'll watch the magic. You know what I just did? I did it on white, not clear. That looks ugly. I am going to, I thought, see, it's clear and white look the same, but I used the white. That's not smart. That wasn't good. So we're going to just die cut another one really quick. I'm going to grab a piece of this and we'll do it right here. Goodness gracious. Lovely. Okay, hold on one second. I'm going to go ahead and cut this down so it will fit inside the mini. See, people make mistakes all the time. All right. And let's get out the dies, or the die. And we'll run that through. I'll have to do the brush again, but that's okay. All right. Might help if the handle's on my side. I love these dies because they are stitched and they're awesome. I'll have to go grab the clear too, embossing powder, because obviously I picked the wrong one, though I did. It's right here. Here's the clear. All right. Let's bring this back in. I'm going to get it re-inked because this won't have much on it. Oh, that's a lot more. Well, I kind of like it though. All right, so I'm going to heat set it so it won't hold on to the rest. That makes sense. Can't believe I did that. All right, let's do this again. Looking for my cleaner so that I can clean off that stamp set. Let's just throw this away. There it is. Oh, excuse my reach. There we go. Since we have to start all over, it's good to do it better. This will be better. Okay, bring this over. Make sure it is the clear. So I did, you can tell that I have some excess, you know why? Because I didn't do the embossing buddy. That is a big hint on why you need it. You won't have to do the brushing. All right, let's move that away. See, I'm showing you all the things not to do so you don't do it. All right. Oops. I do like it with more ink around the edges. All right, so now we're going to go ahead and put on the greenery. And I just kind of wanted it to go like that. And I'm just going to hold it there, and then we're going to flip it over and add dimensionals to the back one. No, we'll hold it. Or you could always, whoop. Or you could always just put a little bit of adhesive on the back and it's good to go. All right. This needs to go like that. Whoop. If I had my Versamark a little bit more inked, it probably would have worked a little bit better. I re-inked all my inks except for the Versamark. Okay, so we're going to bring this in. Oh, no. I almost forgot the ribbon. Good thing I remembered. Let's see, where did I put that? If you guys see it, let me know. But first, we're going to put it, nope, I did put it on that without the first. All right, come on, oh, here it is. And it is a little bit darker than it was before on the last one, so that's good. And this is not retiring. This is the best time because not only is it celebration, but there's clearance items, so you can really get your money's worth. And if you wanted to join, like they are doing an extra nice joining offer, you do not ever have to sell. I'm not sure if you guys know that. I do it because I kind of fell into it where I just had friends over to stamp with me because we would have so much fun stamping. And they started buying from me. And then I kind of liked getting the extra pay plus the discount. So I did that. And the great thing is that, I mean, look, it's been 22 years that I've been in it. And you don't ever have to sell a thing. You could just drop out if you wanted to at the end of your thing, but you get for $99, you get so much. Hold on. Oh, I already put the inside. And you get $125 worth of product plus your choice of 2 whole. Here, I'll show you one so you can see. Because I had one out. Well, a whole, of course, I can't see it right now. My room's a mess, but you get a whole, like family of markers, but not one. You get to pick out 2 whole family of markers, which is like $90 extra. You can't beat that. Okay, so we're going to put this on right in the middle. And what I'm going to do is put a little tiny bit of glue on these small leaves on here just to get it to stick so it's not flapping. Because I do have someone that has signed up probably 10 times and they never say a thing. So you always can get your deal. You don't always have to sell if you don't want to. That's the best part. Okay, so here we go. That is card 1. What do you guys think? Isn't that pretty? I like it. Now, this is the one that I did already. It's a little bit lighter in the part, and I did it differently. I had the top be the, I had these little ones go at the bottom instead of the top. So you can change it up however you want. Oh, that reminds me, as I'm looking at them both, we need to put some doodads on there. So let's do, I like these really bright purples. And I have a little splotch right there. So we're going to cover that up because that was what it was made for, is to cover that splotch. And let's do a lighter one. Oh, a small one. There we go. And that's it for this card. What'd you guys think? Isn't that pretty? Now the next one is a, hey, Haiti, did I say hello? I think I did, but I just want to make sure. All right. The next one is a floating front card. And we're using, let me show you before we get started, all the DSP and vellum DSP. All right, such pretty paper. Now I am going to be doing this set for Besties in March. So I think that if you want to join, now is the time. Oh, look at how pretty this paper is. Okay. What I like is usually the cards or the things on the front is a little bit more busy and the other side is less. Oh, look at that one. I love that one. All right. And then the back side, nice. And that. All right. So that's the DSP. Then we have the vellum, which changes depending on what color you put underneath it. That's what's so nice. So on my next card, I'm using this vellum, but I'm putting it, see, I started putting it on here, but it kind of just, it looks okay. But I decided, I think it's this one that I did. Yes. And I put it on white and it really stands out. So it depends on what color. You could try, this isn't the cardstock, but you can get an idea. All right, so it's all different. And then we have this one. And I think we have one more. Yes. Oh, I love checkered or gingham. Okay, so we're gonna, I don't know that I kept that or if that was in there. We're gonna keep it out just in case. All right. So let's pull out 2 pieces of crushed curry and it's going to get scored, both of them the exact same. And I have to say that this one, I got the idea, I changed it up, of course, but I got the idea from Debbie Magid. I don't know if that's the proper way of saying her name, but I want to make sure that she gets credit because it was so pretty. I had to try it. All right, so we're going to score it at 2 1/4. And this is why I always have my scoring blade first, just in case when I pull it down, I'm not cutting it. So 2 1/4, 4, and 6 1/4. Now the 6 1/4 is right here, and there's lines on our cutter just for that reason, so you can jump between. So let's do the other one. 2 1/4. 4 and 6 1/4. Now this measures, I think it's 4 1/4 by 8 1/4 times 2. All right, so I'm just going to make sure that they line up because that's important. Bring in my bone folder. Oh, and also if you want the free PDFs that I make for every video that I do on my YouTube channel, all you need to do is sign up for my newsletter over on my blog, which Pat's going to put the link down so that it would be all set. And you guys can go check it out. All right, so what we're going to do is put these 2, let me double check that, I think it's going to go Mountain Valley Mountain on both ones. And we're going to put it like this. So we have a big thing here. Let's see, I want to make sure that I'm doing this right. That goes like this and then there. Okay, so when you close it, it's going to fit in an envelope. So the 2 that have the 2-inch sides are going to be on the outside. Let me double check that I'm telling you the right thing. Looks like it. It should be about 12 inches when you're done. So let's double check when I put these 2 together. They're not going to quite be right to that, but it's like 12 1/4. So, yep, that's perfect. So I'm going to go ahead and put adhesive on this part. I tell you, you put down your adhesive somewhere, and it just disappears. Now I want to make sure I'm doing the right. Right? 12. Yes. Okay. Okay. 2 inches are on the outside. This is going to come right to this edge. So that maybe just a tiny bit past it so that we can have it. There we go. All right. I had my card here and oh, there it is. I was worried that I messed up. All right. So that's how it goes. Then, whoops, I did not get them quite straight. Let's see if I can fix that. Just get it right away. Sometimes you can do this, otherwise you'll need undo. Oh, come on. And it's going to be covered by DSP, so it really doesn't matter. And I'm not going to do it. I think I'm going to mess it up. All right, so we have that. Let me move this back. Then we have, here it is, all of these layers because you need it. All right, so we're using the dies from Link Together. I have this one is the one we're going to be using. I just love it. And I'm pretty sure that this one goes with this one too. If I'm wrong, it was from the other one. From the what is it called? Oh my goodness, my brain today. The stamps that I showed you at the beginning. How's that? All right, so 2 of these are for the back side. We'll put those aside. Whoop. 2, 1. Uh-oh. Am I missing a white? Oh, no, there it is. All right, and then 2 are to put this DSP that's the vellum on. So we're going to do that one first. I'm going to move all this aside or up. Okay. And they're going to go on the outside. Now, the way to do vellum is to use, let's see, that's the brighter side, I think. Nope, they're both about the same. All right, is use your adhesive and go behind the images. You don't need a lot because it's going to stick because there's a lot of images on here. You just have to put it on there. And then if it goes too far, just, all right. Let's put a little bit there and here. I just want it to stick. And of course, you'll have to come in and if you went over, all right, this corner and this. Yeah, there we go. All right. And you're just going to line it up onto your white. Oop. So that one's ready. We're going to go ahead and put it onto the back side. The 2-inch panels. Do this one. I don't think it matters which side. I know I'm being very, it's not with this all being underneath it, but I think I can do it without messing up. You just want to do it on the darker colors because some of it will show through if you do it on the lighter. All right, I think that's good. Make sure nothing's hanging the side. Oh, this one corner. All right. Now, Mary requested this, so hopefully she's going to like this card. That white had a little thing on it. We don't want that to show through, so I turned it over. Okay. Isn't it amazing how the white really makes it stand out? Normally, I would put a color underneath it, but I wanted a really light and airy card. All right. Then we're going to put the 2 yellows that have the check pattern right here. The gingham. And if you can, line it up with your layer from before so it looks cohesive. Okay. Then I have one of, whoop, come on. This is going to go here in the middle. Thank you, Pat. Delightful wishes. Oh my goodness. Sometimes I worry about myself. I had to have a procedure last week and I ended up where I had, I don't know, you noticed on the, at the beginning of the video where I had, my face is really blotchy and it was blotchy because I got injected with prednisone and that always makes me blotchy. All right. So this is going to be folded, and because we put these together, we want to make sure that it goes on the fold line, and I don't think I did that correctly on this one. Let me get the undo. Love undo. I need it to go over just a little bit. In fact, I'm going to, now that I tried to do this earlier, we're going to go ahead and take this off and I'm going to move it. So it will fold without me having to force it. Now undo will work with any glue but liquid glue. Liquid glue, it does not like. But what the great thing about it is, and no, I don't make any money off of this, is that it keeps the adhesive so you can still use it. And it works on pictures because it's acid free. All right. Let's line up the score lines. That would be the best bet. Okay, that's better. And put this along here. Well, I said it would hold on to the glue, but I think it's still a little bit wet, so I'm going to add some more. All right, that's better. So your card is going to sit like this when we're done. Put this away. All right. Now I went ahead and die cut this out using that same one, and I die cut some crushed curry. So we're gonna put that on here because I like to give them borders so it'll stand out. And you just line it up so it's got a little bit of a border. Come on. I want all my stitching or the circles here, dots to show. Ah, okay, I'm going to put it down because that would be much easier. There we go. Now it doesn't quite do like at the top you have like 3 things. If you wanted, you could trim them, but I think it kind of looks cool. So I'm going to put that aside. I punched 2 2-inch circles from crushed curry, and I'm going to bring in my brain. Okay, it's all good. Pat, help me. You're going to score it at 7/8 and then 1 1/8. 7/8 and 1 1/8. And I'll show you why. Simply scored. Hey, Teresa. All right, so I'm just going to fold these. I knew I would come up with it. It's like it only takes me a few minutes to get that word that I miss, but it's still frustrating. All right, so on the tops, we're going to put some tear and tape because we want it to hold really well. And I did kind of warn you that this is, you know, more of an advanced card, Avid, but that's because that's my favorite kind. So you're going to put tear and tape right in the middle of those 2 scores, only on one. And it always helps if you start to tear the protective thing away from the end because it just comes off much easier. All right, so these are both. We want where we scored them, we want to have them so that they're looking like this when we're done. So I'm going to line these up, line up my circle. It should be the same because I scored them the same. All right. And then you're going to have a piece that looks like this. And on my my PDF, I have step-by-step pictures on how to do this. All right. So what you're going to do is you're going to lay it flat. And then you're going to like line it up. But first I don't know why I turned it over. We're going to put tear and tape a little away from the edge. And it doesn't matter if any hangs over because we'll tuck it. And this mostly won't get seen, but just in case, we want it to look pretty. So when you do Avid cards, it takes just a little bit longer, but it's so much fun. All right. Okay, so I am going to put it right in the middle. Let's see. And then we're going to add tear and tape on the other side. Oops, sorry, didn't mean to have it over. same way. There we go. Sticks to your fingers. All right. Now, I'm going to leave that there for just a second. And I am going to put this, hold on, we're going to, whoops, having another piece that's exactly, I think it's 4x4. Whoops, sorry. 4x4. And we're going to put on this with a border. And then this is going to get dimensionals on it. And it's going to go right in the middle. Now this is where my love of dimensionals comes in, because I don't want it to be flabby at all. I'm sure I could add a few more in there, but we're going to just stop at this. See, Pat, we're two peas. If one of us can't remember, the other one will. Glad that you're always there to help me when I can't find the word. Okay. So that's going to go right in the middle. I think I got it. See? Right in there. I wanted to get in the middle on all sides. All right. All right, so now I have that little piece here that I cut from the big die cut, but I didn't need that big of piece. So I'm going to go ahead and stamp it with lots of love in pecan pie. And I'm going to do it on one side, closer, but I want to leave room for a doodad. That's what I call them. So I'll bring in my Simply Scored the mini, and I'll show you how to cut it so that it fits on what you want if it's too big. So let's move this there. I want it to be about the same on both sides. And it's always good to do it like on the edge that you're going to be cutting off so you can stop. Just in case you don't have it lined up, it will not shear off the rest. All right, so we have that. I'm only going to put adhesive on the center part because the other is going to stand out a little bit, but I don't like the way it flaps on my original, so I am going to place 2 mini dimensionals on the edges. So it holds it in place and it looks pretty. Whoops, see, this is what I meant. This little tiny piece, I was off just a little, so I'm gonna, there we go. Just trim that up. All right. Oh, Yep. Okay. Hopefully you guys hang in for the finale because I still got to trim my flowers. All right, so we're going to put these here. Probably could have doubled my dimensionals, but it'll be all right. All right. So now I have that all ready. I'm going to center and line this up. Okay. It's going to be a little bit off from the edges. All right, so what you want to do once you have it at this part, you're going to bend this back. Whoop. So it will, as long as you don't lose your stuff. So then it will float if you get everything right. So that's kind of, it's going to stand out on its side. You just have to manipulate it. All right. So now we're going to do the flowers. You grab some white. I highly recommend that you look at the catalog or another picture to start this part because it is a little intimidating and I don't want you to feel like, you know, you're disappointed. So I'm going to go ahead and we're going to put it right here. And it has spots where your flowers are going to fit in there. All right, let me get the flowers. You want these ones that are more detailed. You can kind of tell. And then you also want, oh, this one that's solid. There's no detail. All right. So I'm going to bring in my pad again just to stamp off on the flowers. Because the detail or the one that is solid, you definitely want to stamp it off. If you're using the same color. Now, if we were using Daffodil Delight and the Crushed Curry, then you wouldn't have to do this. All right. So this bottom flower is going to go, the cross piece is going to go right here in this. Let me move this now. It's in the way. And this little bud here is going to go right here. And then this one's going to go up against that. And then the rest should just fall into place, right? We all hope so. All right. So we have that. And then you definitely want to, I want to make sure I get this the right way. The top, I think it goes like this. Yes. And you're going to line this up. And this is the bad part about using the yellow because it's harder to see, but hopefully I got that right. Oh, look at that. Ah, sorry. I get so tickled when I get it. All right. And then we have to add leaves. And I'm going to use Old Olive. And it does not have a two-step, or if it does, I didn't use it, of the leaves. You want the two that are together. There's two here that those goes towards the top. And let me look at my cheat sheet, my card. And you just have to tilt it so that it will fit on the branches and on the other side of the flower. Yes. Isn't that pretty? Thanks, Mary. All right. So, of course, I did not pre-cut this, so I'm going to go ahead and trim this because there is no die that cuts out the whole thing. But I'll make it fast. Always helps to move your paper. If Lola was here, this is what she taught my daughter in preschool. She was challenged in the cutting department. She's 24 now. I think she's got it down. Isn't that funny? The little things you remember about your kids as they were growing up. Come on. I'm just going to jump over there. Get these. I'm not getting as detailed as you could because I don't think you really need to. Just have to get the edges. I'm going to cut that off so I don't have to deal with that big piece. There we go. Makes it much easier. All right. Not too bad. And then we just have to do the inside or the back side and we're done. Sorry, this is more. I wanted to give you 2 cards, even though this one was a little bit more, a little. This one was more detailed. All right, move all that out of the way. Come on. Bring this in. We're going to add dimensionals to it and put it right there. Love it. Now, I'm not sure if, because of this paper with it being yellow, what other color I could do it with, but it would look very pretty if you didn't use the paper and just did it with another color. And then I'm going to use minis in the small leaf area. No sagging. Okay, that's good enough. You could add Wink of Stella to the leaves if you wanted to, or the flowers, but I'm not going to. All right. Oh, these colors just go so good together. All right. We're going to add some of the, I just thought I wanted to use the same colors, but this time because this is not purples, they have the really great ones that are kind of whitish with a purple tinge. And that's what we're going to use. Okay, and then one big one down here. Oh, yes, and we have to do 2 little ones on the sides. I left room. As long as it's an odd number, you can keep going. Just go for it. All right, so we have that. Now let's do the back side. It's going to be super fun. So what I did was I pushed them together so that when I put them on the card, it will go together. And we are going to have it say wishing in pecan pie. Try not to get it everywhere. It's kind of hard because it's a big stamp. Okay, wishing. And then you can put whatever sentiment you want from this set. I am always looking for birthday cards. So I'm doing you a happy birthday, and I'm going to do that in the old olive. And of course, I'm going to try to do it so that the happy and the birthday are. Oh, and look what I did. We're going to have to add a thing right there. That'll be pretty, right? All right. And then the flowers, because it looks a little boring, I wanted to do another little flower. And we're going to do the same thing, but I'm going to go ahead and stamp it off camera so I don't have to pull that pad back. So we're going to stamp it off and then put it, oh, well, no, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put a leaf right there. Always something you can do. All right, let's see. I want, this one has the longer piece right here, so you know that it's going to add up. Oh, look how pretty that is. And then we're going to bring in the leaf. So that was a happy little accident. And then I got some right there. I tell you, you get stuff on your hands and that's it. You just don't have anything else you can do. All right, let's put it here. And we'll put one more because it just looks kind of boring. So we're going to go ahead and put those on the back. There we go. And I don't normally do this, but I'm going to put it right up to this edge. I could have put a border around it, but I thought, okay, too many layers. We're just going to go with it. Right up to the edge so that they kind of go together, but you still can fold it. Okay, so now you can see, whoops. What is great is that it folds like this. Whoops. Sorry, got to get that in there. So that when you mail it, it still looks so beautiful, just like this, but it will fit into an envelope. So, and then we just can pull it out like this, and they can display it to their heart's content. Okay, Miss Pat, you can go ahead and do the drawing. Remember, be fast, girls. And the other, whoever doesn't get, if you want this one, be fast. But this one's so pretty too. So I don't think you're going to lose out no matter what. All right. Yay. Next week probably won't be this hard. And I brought in my first card because it didn't quite fold the way I wanted it to, but it's still the same. See, it's exactly the same. I just didn't add the things on the back. All right. So who's the winner? I will be back next week. I will be doing more newbies because I bought more than I probably could display. So I'm going to be trying to get them all in before they go out in April. I only have 3 months to play with all the cards. Lola and Valerie. Okay. So who gets to get the daffodil one and who gets to do the enjoy? And I'm going to get them. Okay. Lola, you get the yellow one. Good job. You were fast. Okay, so Valerie, I'm going to go ahead and send you the enjoy card. I hope you like it. I like how it came out. It's very pretty. And hopefully you guys will like these on your own and try to make them yourselves. Okay, well, thanks for being here. Sorry it took a little longer than usual, but it was worth it if you ask me. All right, we'll talk to you later. Bye.